Chuck Rosenberg, Catherine Christian, your legal opinions about how tough a line this is and what you expect the judge to do.
I would say it's put up or shut up time for the judge, because if he doesn't, at a minimum, admonish him and tell him to remove the post. And one of them, he actually named Michael Cohen, called him a liar. You can say, well, he is because he has a conviction. No, that's directly to his credibility. He's a witness. And Trump was told in a gag order not to do that. So he should be admonished, fined, and told to remove the post. And if he's not, then the gag order is meaningless.
Well, we know he's going to think about it over lunch, but he has to have anticipated this, Catherine.
I'm sure the judge knew beforehand that this was on, and I'm sure the defense attorneys were prepared.
Does he know what his outer limits are going to be? I mean, Donald Trump is going to continue talking about this. Will there come a point where these potentially $1,000 fines start to become meaningless, and the judge needs to step it up? And if so, how?
Yeah, well, as Vaughn said, the prosecutor said if he does it again, that he should be warned that he'll be jailed. So you're right, $1,000. No, this is the judge now has an opportunity to show who is the judge.
Would he actually go as far as jailing Donald Trump?
You know, I don't understand why he can't. All you have to do is, it's easy for me to say this, but you get the head of the Secret Service in there and say, if I have to incarcerate former President Trump, will you be able to keep him safe?
But what about the political impact of that? I mean, this is a man who has raised money, millions and millions of dollars, plus poll numbers on playing the victim ever since this indictment came down.
Every single time there has been a court case, they have raised money off of it. Every time he has appeared outside of court, they have raised money off of it.
Don't jail him the first time or even the second time. But what does this say about regular people who wouldn't get a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a second chance?
Would you say that Donald Trump is being treated differently?
Of course he is. And we'll find out after lunch. But I think Donald Trump deliberately sort of wants to see how far he can go with this judge right at the beginning.
He says he's being treated unfairly. Is he being treated more favorably?
He definitely is being treated more fairly. There's no way. First of all, he has 4 open indictments. Most defendants would be in jail in one of those jurisdictions just because of that. So he clearly is being treated specially on all of his cases.
So what is the line, Chuck?
Well, it's
heavy sigh.
It's hard. It's hard to
Judge
draw,
Rosenberg.
but Catherine is exactly right. The judge needs to establish his control over this proceeding, over the court, and over this defendant.
Send a message early.
Well, send a message that's fair and thoughtful, and that he would send to a defendant in any other case. You know, we keep talking about the fact that nobody is above the law. Mr. Trump is not above the law, but neither is he below the law. He should be treated like anyone else would be treated. Now, logistically, that's hard because not everyone else has a Secret Service detail, for instance, or 4 pending indictments. But if you're going to run a trial, and the only person who runs a trial is a judge, then you have to, and this sounds trite and cliched, lay down the law. It's time to do it.
One of the things that's at stake here, we keep talking about history, Andrea, is we were founded on the idea that all people are equal, that if you're rich, if you're famous, the law treats you the same way. And so this is an important test for the judge.
No, absolutely.
And the message, as Chuck says, that
and
he's
of course,
going to
through
send.
American history, that was never the case, because it would be different if you were a white landowner than if you were a woman or anyone of color, a slave in particular. So we'll get back to that in a moment. Catherine and Chuck, please stay with us.
Hey, everyone. MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.